Trump ally thinks that we shouldn't be able to prosecute Donald Trump because of the Bible.
And if this is allowed to succeed, none of our liberties is safe. Today it's a Republican who's a target. Tomorrow it's a Democrat. And the day after tomorrow, it's your Uncle Charlie or your nephew or your niece.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be no limits on what prosecutors can do to their political enemies. And they're going to do it to people who are running against them for DA next. And it's just such a violation. And not only a violation of American law and civil liberties, it's actually a violation of the Bible. The Bible instructs judges two things. Don't take bribes. That's obvious. But the number one thing is don't recognize faces.
Oh, well, I mean, look, there you go. The Bible says, who cares what the Bible says? Nobody. At least when it comes to U.S. law. I don't know if you know this, but the United States does not base its laws on the Bible. We're not a country that's based on religious doctrine. We're actually based on the Constitution. That's it. Laws. So now laws, well, obviously they exist for a reason. And so Donald Trump is accused of breaking campaign finance law. So now, again, this is with an illegal campaign donation that is actually hush money paid to prevent someone, in this case, a porn star, from revealing potentially damaging information about a relationship they allegedly had. So, and of course, this just happened to happen, right before his campaign. And so the timing here, you could argue, oh, no, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with the politics, doesn't have anything to do with the upcoming campaign. It just would have been, he would have done it anyway. Yeah, yes, he would have paid off this woman anyway, to prevent her from speaking out. Really? Really? Okay, I don't believe that. That said, why are people like Alan Dershowitz taken seriously? I mean, this guy's on Charlie Kirk's show. Oh, you don't understand. He's a liberal. He's liberal. He's so lefty. He's so lefty. Is he, though? Is he? Look, this is a guy that a lot of us on the left clown on constantly because he whined about people not inviting him to fancy parties at Martha's Vineyard because he liked Donald Trump. That's who this guy is. Okay. No, so no one on the left actually gives a damn about what Alan Dershowitz thinks. And we also don't agree that we can't prosecute someone who is alleged to have been, involved in a crime because of the Bible. Come on. Look, now here's the other thing. I love the invocation of the slippery slope. Oh, you see all of our freedoms, they're at risk. You see, if they're allowed to go on with this, all of our freedoms and liberties, you could just say goodbye. Yes, that's it. They're going to come for you. They're going to come for your niece or your nephew. They're going to come for your Uncle Charlie. Maybe they'll come for your little dog too. Oh, really? Did any of them allegedly pay hush money payments to porn stars right before an election? Is that something that happens to average people? No. I look, I don't know. People like Dershowitz are so disconnected from average, everyday people that maybe he thinks, oh yeah, no, this happens all the time. Yes, it happens all the time. Paying people off, to keep the secrets. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. For us, you and me, this has no impact at all on us. And that's why I always get, I find the argument hilarious whenever, one of these talking heads, coming from Talking Head, that are, massively funded and bankrolled by, right-wing billionaires, come out and say, well, if they can go after Donald Trump, well, then they could go after anybody. They can go after you. Now, understand, if you're an average viewer, for example, average Fox News viewer living in Pennsylvania, busting your ass 60 hours a week, to make the bills, he ain't talking to you. No. He's talking to his rich friends. Because I got news for you. Guy working 60 hours a week in Pennsylvania, they can already come for you. They do when you commit crimes. So what I think Alan Dershowitz, is he saying that rich and powerful people should be allowed to get away with crimes? Because that's what it feels like he's arguing. That's what it sounds like to me. Again, when he talks about the slippery slope, he portrays the fact that he is worried that they're going to come for people like him. Rich and powerful people. So it looks to me like everyone who's using that argument is basically more concerned about protecting rich and powerful people, the same people that are protected by our current two-tiered justice system. So they're ironically wanting to protect the status quo that protects them and yet allows for average people to be targeted. It's one, a set of rules and laws for wealthy people, one for the rest of us. Now, for the Bible, ain't got nothing to do with this. It's a weird thing to pivot to. I guess maybe he's just trying to pander to diehard right-wing religious folks. But even then, I mean, when they selectively use the Bible to try to reinforce their points, it generally doesn't make sense. Because when you look at the Bible, specifically when it comes to, I don't know, rich people, for example, I'm thinking Jesus would be disgusted with people like Alan Dershowitz and Donald Trump, and probably believe that the entire system that allows people to amass so much wealth and power and get away with doing bad things while everyday people are allowed to suffer would be, he would be disgusted by such a system. I would think. But it makes me sick that people like this and people like Charlie Kirk, the right wing, tend to call themselves the more moral ones, while doing everything they can to protect the people. The Bible actually talks about being the least likely to go to the good place when they die. It's a lot of irony here.